The U.S. president's highly anticipated trip to the Middle East is now only days away. And the Trump administration is developing a fast-track process for screening foreign investments in the U.S. as it eyes billions of dollars from wealth funds in the U.A.E., Saudi Arabia, and Qatar. Very happy to say that joining us now are two gentlemen. We've got Bloomberg senior Middle East reporter Sam Dagher and Bloomberg's Dan Williams, who's also been in Dubai all of this week. Major week coming up. Sam, let me start with you. The bulk of the president's trip is going to take place in Saudi Arabia. Quite simply, what are Saudi Arabia looking for out of this visit?
Absolutely. Good to be with you. I mean, I think the thrust of the visit is going to be about investments in deals, because that's good for Trump back home, and that's good for the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in Saudi Arabia, given his ambitious, Vision 2030 plan. So expect, I'm being told there are potentially 100 agreements that are going to be signed in everything from AI to transportation. There's going to be a big a critical minerals deal. Saudi Arabia last year, I think, estimated its reserves of these precious minerals at 2.5 trillion. So expect a big deal on that. And there's going to be obviously some defense contracts. Maybe something on nuclear cooperation, but we're not sure yet.
Yeah.
So I think the Saudis, please go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so that's the deal making. But
Exactly.
Is there a sense that this deal making may herald or usher in some breakthroughs on the geopolitical side?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the way Saudi Arabia is looking at it. They're looking at, basically these deals with President Trump in the U.S., as well as the strong, intrapersonal relationship between the Crown Prince and President Trump as the foundation, as the leverage in order to advance their own vision for regional stabilization and an end to all wars, which Trump says he wants as well. So I think they're going to talk about, obviously, ending the war in Gaza. They're going to talk about a pathway to Palestinian statehood. They're going to talk about giving transitions in Syria and Lebanon a chance. I mean, that's how Saudi Arabia looks at it. They're going to talk about the need to continue the dialogue and the talks with Iran. And Saudi Arabia emphasized that by actually dispatching the Crown Prince's brother, the defense minister, to meet with the supreme leader himself to say, we are with you on this in terms of the need to continue the talks with the U.S. And obviously, political solution in Yemen, and we have the truce. They want to build on that. So in a way, what Saudi Arabia is pushing is somehow I would say diametrically opposed to the Israeli strategy at the moment.
Let's talk about that with Dan. So President Trump is not stopping by Israel on this trip. What is the Israeli official perception of what is going to take place this week? How is it being treated back home?
It'll definitely be followed. I think there's no question that Israel feels on the periphery, literally, geographically on the periphery, as you noted, given Trump's itinerary. Sam ably alluded to the question of sequencing. This has long been a matter of dispute between Saudi Arabia, the Middle East powerhouse, Israel, the Jewish state. They've been talking about normalizing for several years now. Israel likes to say that victory, as it defines it, victory against Hamas in Gaza, victory against other Iranian proxies, victory against Iran itself, however that might play out, is key to establishing its credibility among like-minded Arab powers, like-minded geostrategically, such as Saudi Arabia. But as Sam said, it appears the Saudis have a different view now. They'd like to calm things down and then see if there can be a diplomatic arrangement worked out. So I think what Trump will discover is that business deal-making is easier this time than peacemaking. The question is whether the two types of makings can be brought together, can be fused together.